at one point. So, you know, there's been a lot of different things. A lot of stories, a lot of misconceptions. It's so funny because I'm so quiet. Yeah. There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. Like, I've seen stories about me being like fully in love with somebody and we have like this whole relationship, and I'll see the guy and I'm like, I've actually never even met him before. No.
Y'all, Lori Harvey is not happy right now. Word online is that things just got awkward between her and Damson Idris, all because of something he said in a recent interview that fans took way out of context. Apparently, Damson made a few comments that people are now twisting into rumors about Lori's personal life, and let's just say the internet ran with it. Suddenly, everyone's reanalyzing her dating history, her breakups, and even the pattern behind her relationships. Don't think about it. Every time Lori steps out with someone new, the photos go viral instantly. The couple moments are flawless, the energy looks perfect, and then a few months later, poof, it's over. No messy breakup, no drama, just a clean exit. So now, people online are connecting dots that maybe don't even exist. Some fans claim there's more to her story, while others say this is just what happens when you live your love life under a microscope. Because when you really look back, from Memphis to Pi to Trey Songz, from Diddy to Future, from Michael B. Jordan to Damson Idris, Lori's love life has always been hype, glamorous, and short. But maybe that's not a mystery at all. Maybe Lori's just someone who knows her worth, moves on when it's time, and never lets anyone box her in.
I almost got married very young, and so I think after that it made me be like, okay, I felt like I hadn't really experienced anything. I didn't really know myself. I didn't really know what I liked, what I didn't like. I just feel like I hadn't really experienced life. So I think at that point then I was like, okay, I'm about to, like I said, just date on my terms, and like however I want to move, whatever I want to do, I'm gonna do it.
And y'all, this might not just be about bad luck in love. A lot of people online are starting to say maybe Lori's not struggling to keep these men. Maybe she just doesn't want to. Lori has built a reputation for knowing exactly when to step in and when to step out. Her relationships always look perfect on the surface, but she's never afraid to walk away when it stops serving her. Some fans think that's her power, not a problem. Now, to be clear, Lori's never addressed any of these rumors or speculations about her personal preferences, so everything you hear online is just that, speculation. But the pattern people keep pointing out is what keeps this conversation alive. Quick romances, quiet breakups. No messy drama, just a clean slate every time. Before all the red carpets and luxury vacations. Lori's first big relationship was with Dutch soccer star Memphis Depay, and y'all, that one was supposed to be the fairy tale beginning. Back in 2016, Lori and Memphis went public. She was barely in her 20s. He was one of the top players in Europe, and fans thought wedding bells were right around the corner. But after a wave of engagement, hype, things cooled off fast. Lori stopped wearing the ring, the posts disappeared, and by 2018, it was over. Just like that. The relationship that was supposed to be her happily ever after quietly faded into the background.
How's your fiance feel about you doing runways with Christian Combs?
Good.
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
He doesn't.
After things ended with Memphis, Lori didn't stay out of the spotlight for long. By late 2018, she was already being linked to Trey Songz. And honestly, the internet couldn't get enough. Trey was one of the biggest R&B stars at the time, and seeing Lori with him looked like the ultimate rebound glow. Fans were obsessed. The photos, the chemistry, the energy, it all screamed power couple. At one point, Lori was even seen sitting comfortably next to Trey in a viral photo, which fans took as her way of confirming what everyone already suspected. She had moved on, and she was doing it in style.
I got Lori Harvey on my wish list. I got Lori Harvey on my wish list.
Okay, not yet. Can I update?
But here's the thing. Just as quickly as the posts went up, they vanished.
But here's the thing. Just as quickly as those posts went up, they disappeared. Within months, Lori wiped her Instagram clean of Trey, and suddenly the entire vibe flipped overnight. That's when the questions started flying. Why make it public if it was going to end so soon? Why delete everything out of nowhere? Fans couldn't help but notice the pattern. It's like Lori enjoys the excitement, the attention, the soft launch. But when things start getting serious, she moves on just as fast. And if the Trey Songz situation felt short-lived, what came next had the entire internet talking. Because in 2019, Lori Harvey was suddenly linked to none other than Sean Diddy Combs. Yes, Mr. Bad Boy himself. At first, people didn't believe it. But then the paparazzi photos started rolling in, Lori and Diddy traveling together, stepping out in matching outfits, and even being spotted at dinner with her family in Italy. This didn't look like a casual fling. Lori was literally sitting across the table from Steve Harvey with Diddy as her date. The whole thing looked official, and the internet went into a frenzy trying to figure out what was really going on.
So this is fueling the dating rumors that have been going on for a few weeks now.
Yeah, they've been hanging out. Saw her getting out of Diddy's car last week in Nobu, but Diddy's people say she's just a family friend.
Matchy.
They're matching outfits.
Matching outfits?
Matching outfits.
Yeah, but if anything, that dispels dating rumors. Can't see Diddy knowingly doing that.
But here's where things started to get really messy. Or at least that's how the internet saw it. Before the whole Diddy situation made headlines, Lori had also been spotted spending time with Justin Combs, Diddy's son. And when that detail resurfaced, social media exploded. Fans couldn't believe it, timelines were being compared, pictures were being analyzed, and everyone had something to say. It wasn't just Hollywood gossip anymore, it felt straight out of a reality TV plot twist. Of course. Neither Lori nor the Combs family ever confirmed anything publicly. But the timing alone was enough to send the internet into a full-on meltdown.
Like full-blown stories I've heard. I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely not.
After that, fans immediately branded Lori a savage, calling her the ultimate player in Hollywood. But behind the scenes, whispers started to build. People were asking, was this real romance? Or was Lori just building her image by being seen with powerful names in the industry? By October that year, Lori had unfollowed Diddy. And just like that, the story faded out. But by then, her reputation as Hollywood's it girl, someone who could have any man she wanted, was already cemented. Still, the speculation didn't slow down. Because just a few months later, Lori Harvey was suddenly linked to Future. And if you know Future, you know his relationships always have people talking. The rumors started after the two were spotted traveling together. But Lori made it official in January 2020 with one Instagram post, a shot of Future kissing her on the cheek. And that one photo, it shut the internet down. For a while, they looked solid. Matching vibes, luxury vacations, non-stop headlines. But as always with Lori, fans couldn't help but wonder how long it would last. But just like the others, it didn't last long. By summer 2020, Lori and Future had quietly unfollowed each other, wiped their pages clean, and without any public drama, it was over. After the Future chapter closed, Lori's next move caught everyone off guard. Out of nowhere, she popped up with none other than Michael B. Jordan. And y'all, the internet lost it. Michael was Hollywood's golden boy at the time, the heartthrob from Creed and Black Panther, the man every magazine called the perfect gentleman. And Lori, she had just come off to high-profile situations with Future and Diddy. So when paparazzi photos of the two together hit the internet, people were stunned. The reactions were wild. Wait a second, how did Lori pull this off? Is this real? Are they the new power couple? In that moment, Lori Harvey wasn't just trending. She became the conversation.
Excuse me, sir, wait,
By January 2021, Lori and Michael made an Instagram official, posting those now iconic Polaroid pictures that practically broke the internet. From red carpets to family dinners, even luxury getaways to St. Bart's. They looked picture perfect for once. It seemed like Lori wasn't just dating for the spotlight. Fans were convinced this was the one. The chemistry looked real. The smiles didn't seem forced, and for the first time, people were rooting for her love story. Even Steve Harvey himself went on record saying he liked Michael, calling him a good guy and giving the couple his public approval.
All of my nights I feel so righteous. When I move in the city, I'm in all bad nightclubs.
Everyone thought marriage was next. The chemistry, the public support, the family approval, it all looked like the perfect setup for a forever kind of love. But then, in June 2022, everything came crashing down. Out of nowhere, reports surfaced that Lori and Michael had called it quits. And just like that, one of Hollywood's favorite couples, was over. According to entertainment outlets at the time, Michael was ready to take the next step, while Lori reportedly wanted to focus on her own growth and independence. She was young, building her brand, and not ready to settle down just yet. It was a breakup no one saw coming, and for fans who believed in that love story, it felt like the end of an era.
Coming out of, that situation, not to give it, any energy and kind of move from that is, it was an experience for me to grow, and learn.
And just like that, the fairy tale was over. But here's the kicker. That breakup had everyone questioning everything. Because if Lori couldn't make it work with Michael B. Jordan, the dream guy, the golden boy, the safe choice, then who could she make it work with? Well, it turns out the next name on that list was Damson Idris. The rumors started swirling in early 2023, when Damson dropped a birthday tribute that basically broke the internet. He posted a photo kissing Lori on the cheek with the caption, "Happy birthday, new." Lori reposted it with 3 white hearts. No caption, no statement, just vibes. That was their soft launch. And from there, the two were everywhere. Red carpets, luxury getaways. That snowfall premiere moment. The chemistry was undeniable. And fans couldn't stop talking about how perfect they looked together. On paper, it felt like Michael B. Jordan 2.0. Another picture-perfect Hollywood love story. But as we've learned with Lori, nothing ever stays picture-perfect for long. By November 2023, just 11 months after going public, Lori Harvey and Damson Idris announced their split in a joint statement, saying they were at a point in their lives where their individual paths required full attention and dedication. It sounded calm and mature, but fast forward to September 2025, and suddenly the two were spotted together again. Nearly 2 years after their so-called amicable breakup, paparazzi caught them vacationing in Mexico, looking closer than ever. Lori, as always, didn't post Damson directly, but fans picked up on the details, the matching scenery, the camera angles, the way her photos seemed carefully shot. That's when the internet started joking about them spinning the block. But things quickly took a turn when online chatter claimed Damson might have let slip why things ended the first time. Allegedly, he hinted that Lori might not even be into men like that. Now, none of this has been confirmed. Lori hasn't spoken out, and Damson hasn't said anything publicly. But once the gossip blogs caught on, fans ran with it. Suddenly, all of Lori's quick, picture-perfect relationships made a lot more sense to some people. And if the rumors were true, that would completely flip her image. The girl the world saw as Hollywood's dating queen might not have been playing the same game everyone thought she was. But if you think that's messy, just wait, because the story doesn't end there. The infamous yacht girl blind items started resurfacing, adding a whole new layer to the conversation. Every summer, Lori is seen living her best life on luxury yachts across the south of France or the Caribbean, dressed in designer bikinis, sipping champagne, and posting photos that look straight out of a fashion campaign. It's become part of her brand, the girl who can make a vacation look like a lifestyle.
Alleged yacht girl Lori Harvey is supposedly posting thirst traps on social media to try and get new yachting clients, because her clients allegedly only stay interested for a weekend or two and then they move on, and she's looking for a big payday.
But then, of course, you've got the gossip blogs and blind items making everything even messier. One blind item described her as a pseudo-celebrity offspring who struggles to keep men interested for long. And that's supposedly why she leans so heavily into thirst traps, brand deals, and high-profile flings. But here's where it gets interesting. The question isn't whether Lori Harvey can keep a man. The real question is, what happens if she decides to stop playing the game altogether? Because if even a fraction of what people are whispering is true, then Lori's dating history was never the main story. The real story might be the secret she's been keeping all along.